So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to get started investing in the stock market if you're living in Ireland. This will also apply to if you're living in the UK as well. So the first step, of course, is picking a brokerage. Now, if you've done any research before checking out this video, I'm sure you've came across names like DEGIRO, Trading 212, Revolut, who are powered by Drive Wealth, as well as eTORO. Now, I've actually used 3 of these 4 platforms myself, so I think I'm in a decent position to bring some of the pros and cons of these platforms. So if you've seen my other video breaking down my portfolio, I'm sure you've gathered that I use Trading 212 myself as my main investing account. Now, by the end of this video, if you decide that Trading 212 is a good platform for you, I do have a link down in the description below where you can sign up and get a free stock worth up to $100. And before we get into the pros and cons of each of these stockbrokers, if you could take a second to drop a like on this video, I would really appreciate it. Okay, firstly, let's take a look at DEGIRO. In terms of signing up, I signed up around, I think it was about summer 2020, and that's when a lot of people were signing up. So it was a massive backlog, and I think I had to wait even a couple of months to get on this. Now, I'm not sure if that's still the case now. Maybe things have died down a little bit. For some reason, I don't think they have. So you may be even waiting a couple of months to get your account signed up here. And by the way, I'm not bashing any of these platforms. I'm just giving my experiences with them. They are all reputable brokers. Another thing that annoyed me here was that they didn't allow for just debit card transactions, like you couldn't pay with Apple Pay or just your normal debit card. You actually had to set up a bank transfer. So it's a little bit time consuming at the start to put in the whole bank details and set up a payee. It's a little bit annoying, but once you have it set up, it's actually not too bad. The main reason I didn't like it is that, let's say for example, I was looking at Tesla stock, and this often happens where at market open it could drop by 5%, and by the end of the day it could be up 5% even. So I want to be able to take advantage of these kind of spikes in the market whenever I can. And with bank transfers, that's basically not possible unless you've preloaded your money in. So every time you do a bank transfer, it will take 3 to 5 days to reach your account, which just doesn't work for these kind of situations that I mentioned. Now, this won't be an issue for everybody, but it's something that was important to me. So I know a lot of people watching this channel are new to investing, so I'll quickly explain what fractional shares are. Let's say we have a stock, we'll say Apple for example, and it's trading at $130. If I buy 1 share of that, obviously it will cost me $130. But a fractional share means I could put $50 into Apple stock and I would get 0.4 of a share, for example. So if a broker doesn't offer fractional shares, it only allows you to buy full shares, and that means you can't put small amounts into your investing. So having fractional shares, which some of the brokers I'm about to explain do, really removes the barrier for entry and allows people to invest in stocks such as Tesla and Amazon that are at high levels right now. For example, one stock of Amazon is, I think, $3,000 right now. So that is just not feasible for some people who are just starting off investing to be able to invest in a full share of Amazon if they like the company. So fractional shares allows you to invest in the companies you like for whatever amount of money you want. Okay, so next up is Revolut. Now these are powered by Drive Wealth, so if you're in the UK you may just be directly signed up through Drive Wealth, but Revolut are kind of backed by Drive Wealth, so it's all the same stocks as Drive Wealth would have. Now they are quite a new platform, so at the time of recording this video the information is accurate, but in the future this could change, just keep that in mind. So on Revolut you get 3 free trades a month if you're a free user. That means if you don't sign up for the metal or premium subscription. Now 3 free trades isn't a lot. A trade constitutes a buy or a sell action. So that means if you're invested in maybe 10 stocks, that could be costing you a lot of money if you're going over these trades. Now going over these trades is $1 per trade. So if I invest in 10 stocks, for example, in 1 month, 3 of these will be free. The other 7 I'll have to pay an extra $1 towards. So that can definitely add up if you're trying to stay diversified. Now, if you do sign up for the metal plan, you can actually get unlimited trades. The metal plan is about €13 a month, I think, or maybe it's 130 for the full year. So if you are investing in Revolut, I would definitely recommend going with the metal subscription because it does allow for them free trades, and all these $1 here and there each time you make a trade would definitely add up. So I think it's more worthwhile to go with the metal subscription there. Now when I was using Revolut, I didn't actually find it too bad, but one thing I did notice was that it has quite limited stock options. So for example, you can't invest in the S&P 500 there, they don't have all the shares that other stockbrokers would have, and they're pretty slow to the party as well when it comes to things like IPOs and adding new shares that have gone on the market. So if you want to stay on the latest of things, maybe Revolut isn't the one for you, but at the same time, it's not a bad brokerage, maybe a 6 out of 10 overall. Now I did mention eTORO at the start of this video as well, and this is the one platform that I haven't actually tried myself, despite me seeing ads for it absolutely everywhere. In fact, I've seen so many ads that probably put me off signing up for the brokerage. But that being said, from what I've heard about eTORO, it seems like a pretty good stock brokerage. They do have commission-free trades, which is always good, but I believe they do have some fees around withdrawing. An interesting feature they have is actually being able to copy other traders, but it sounds like a good idea on paper, but I'm not too sure would I want to just blindly copy someone else who I don't know too much about, but you never know, it might work for you. So if any of you guys watching right now have actually used eTORO yourself or are currently using it, it'd be great to know your experiences, and not just for me, but for other people watching this video as well. So please feel free to drop in the comment section a current review about it or any other information you know about any of these stockbrokers that I mentioned. Now let's move on to Trading 212, which is the platform that I use currently. And I must say, this is the best platform that I've used. Now, I'm not sponsored by Trading 212 or anything, so this is an unbiased opinion. Unlike Revolut, for example, they have really good stock offerings, and you can easily invest in ETFs like the S&P 500. They're really on the ball when it comes to IPOs as well. I was able to invest in the Airbnb IPO the first day that it came out, which is really good. So I think my favorite feature on Trading 212 is their pies. Now this essentially allows you to make your own kind of diversified little basket of stocks that you can invest in really easily. In fact, I've just loaded €100 into my Trading 212 account right now. So let's go ahead and get it on screen and show you how easy it is to invest. Okay, so I'm just on the app on my phone here. I've loaded in the extra €100. So what I'm going to do is go to my pies here. I'm going to go down to my growth fund. I'm going to click invest. I'm going to drag the scroll wheel over to the full amount that I have in free cash, which is 100. And then if I just scroll down, you can see the different breakdowns of what it's actually putting the money into here as well. Last time I rebalanced my pie, which I'll show you in 2 seconds, and I have 254 left over in that. But let me explain that in just a second. Right now I'm just going to invest this 100. So as you can see the breakdowns there, and I'm just going to go ahead and click confirm. So these breakdowns are based on what percentage I've set each stock at. So as I said, it's like my own little basket of stocks. And that's just invested in 25 stocks for me right there in literally about 30 seconds, I think. So that's really cool. Let's jump into my additional growth fund pie here, and I'll just show you what I was talking about when I said rebalance there. So you set your stocks initially at these prices. So for example, or at these targets, should I say, sorry. So for example, Tesla here, I set this at 25%. That's the number you can see in the white there. But now as Tesla has grown, it got bigger, it's gone up to 30%. So if I want to stay diversified and kind of reduce my risk, I want to bring that Tesla back to 25% stake. And you can see that the extra 5% that's in Tesla right now is taken away from these other stocks here, for example. So if we have a look at, let me see, them ones are like Delta Airlines, for example, that's dropped below 4. So when I go to rebalance this pie right here at the bottom, you'll be able to see what it will do. So it will sell some Tesla stock essentially, and it will put it into these ones here that say buy. So it'll put some into Lemonade, Square, etc. Now I won't do that right now because that will obviously trigger a tax event for me, and I don't want to rebalance right now. But it's a really good way to manage your risk and a good way to know when to sell your stock. So as I mentioned, selling stocks there and when the right time to sell it is, I think that's a good idea for a video soon. So if that interests you, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do a video on when is a good time to sell stocks. Another thing I like about Trading 212 is its features when it comes to calculating your tax. If you go to the history tab in your app, it will show you your total realized profit. It will also show you your dividend income. And at the end of each trading day, when you make a trade, you'll get an email summing up the total trades that you've done for the day. So it's a good way to keep track of everything. Now I mentioned realized profit there. Some people may be wondering, what is realized profit? How does that differ to other profits? So there's 2 types of profit we can talk about: realized profit and unrealized profit. I've just gone back onto my phone here, and if we just look at this figure that I've circled here, this is unrealized profit. This is profit that I've currently not cashed in. So let's go through a more in-depth example. So let's say I have a stock that I bought for $100. Let's say in a couple of months down the line, the stock goes to $120 and I still have 1 share. So I bought initially for 100 and now it's at 120. So I currently have unrealized profit of $20. If I decide to sell that stock at $120, I now have realized profit of $20. Unrealized profit does not have to be taxed. Realized profit is liable for tax. But again, tax is a very complicated issue, and I'm going to have a whole different video covering taxes for Ireland. The only main issue I really have with Trading 212 is when it comes to that feature that shows you your total profit. It would be nice if it broke this down by year, but I keep track of that myself in an Excel spreadsheet. But it just would be handy for future if you could break this down into figures by year for dividend income and total realized profit. So wrapping up, as you can see, Trading 212 is definitely my favorite platform out there, and it's available in Ireland and the UK as well. So if you're from either of them places, this could be the brokerage for you. As I mentioned at the start of the video, if you're looking to sign up, I do have a link down in the description below. You can get a free stock up to $100. I get a stock, you get a stock, and yeah, everybody wins. Again, if you could show your support in this video by leaving a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. If there's any other video ideas you want me to cover, just let me know in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll get to them pretty soon. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.